Hi, we're the Logans.
I'm Honor.
I'm Taylor.
And I'm Leona Blue.
And welcome to our weekly podcast where we talk about anything and everything. This week I've got a really special story to tell. Basically this is sort of an example of what goes on in our house all the time. We were sitting, and this is going to bring on to our first topic because we were sitting, me, Leona and one of our younger sisters and her boyfriend were in the kitchen, and we were discussing, would you rather be single? Would you rather be not single? And she's sitting with her boyfriend and blurts out with, I would rather be single because then it means you don't have to think about anyone else's feelings. And he was right there. I'm like, you are already not thinking about someone else's feelings.
Said you would rather be single.
She would rather be single.
She would rather be single.
Yeah, she's saying to her boyfriend, I like you, but I'd rather be single. So I want to ask you two, what, in an ideal world, which is your favourite, single or not single?
Oh, I was going to say in an ideal world, the ideal men are the ones who rub your feet. If you're a man and you don't like feet, well, there's just really no purpose for you.
So you would
if
rather
you can't cook and you're not good at back massages, then you have no place in my home.
So is this single, votes for single as long as you're a masseuse and a cook?
Yeah. And you have to be very kind.
Funny. Yeah, we were saying though, I'm sure it was me and you, Leona, were talking about how the ideal thing would be to have 3 husbands. A funny husband, a kind husband, a funny husband, a chef husband, and a husband with money.
I have always said this. I'm just too much woman for one man, let me tell you. But I would genuinely love to have 5 boyfriends. Think about it as guys like going for a night out with the guys, and men like to have their own bedroom and do their own things, whatever, but it's nice to have a partner as well. So why not have a husband who's really sporty and you go, okay, he's the one with the good genes, right, we're going with him. And then you've got one who's really intelligent and teaches you lots of things, and then you've got the great cook, and then you've got the one who's great with kids, and then so you just have one of everything, because there is no such thing as a man with all of these talents. Do you understand that?
Right. Okay, so that really did not go how I expected it to. I genuinely expected for you two to be like, being in a relationship is so good, and you, Taylor, you can't get a boyfriend, so we feel bad for you. Well, but it turns out I'm right. I'm on the right path to 5 boyfriends. I'm at 0, but I'll get there.
I would actually also say that there's been experiments either on mice or rats where 2 female mice can have babies. So, that might be happening with women soon, and men, then what will we need you for?
That will be the end of mankind. Oh no.
Jeez,
the takeover of womankind.
This was not what I was expecting. I brought this to the table. I was like, oh, this is going to be a fun wee, oh yeah, we're just going to make fun of Taylor like we usually do. But oh my goodness, we now plotting world domination.
Make fun of men today, not you, Taylor.
So I really should have been doing that.
Cause.
I really should have been leading with this every single week.
Yep.
The common causes, I'm going to write that down so that every week I can get away with it. I wanted to share something with you. I had asked some of the fans to share some of their dreams. Mm-hmm. Now, I would like us to all interpretate them. What's the right word?
Interpret.
I would like us to all interpret them. Now, it's a very...
if you didn't know this already, Taylor's obsessed with dreams. So.
I'm a woman obsessed.
She thinks they tell the future.
So, honeys.
And, sorry, as we do this, join in, put down your interpretations in the comments, and also let us know, do you think being single or being in a relationship is better?
Yeah. Because I just think that was like a runaway train. That was growing arms and legs. I'm genuinely slightly terrified
Taylor,
at the route that took.
Taylor actually cut that short because she was a bit worried then.
I was a bit worried. I don't really know what was going to come out next. So
we were so close to revealing all of our secrets.
All of our secrets.
The world takeover was about to be known by everyone.
So, darlings.
Yeah, honey.
I'm going to introduce you to Miss Nashville Medium.
Hello.
That's me.
Hello.
Yeah. I'm everything you will need. I will interpret your dreams. I'll do your tarot cards. I got a crystal ball. Anything you want.
Okay.
But we've had a lot of emails.
Wait.
Excuse me.
So I'll tell you what. I'll be your host. Okay, and I'm inviting two mediums, okay. 2 dream interpreters into the studio. So we have.
I'm gonna be I'm gonna be Miss Nashville Medium.
Oh, so hello, Miss Nashville, and
hi.
and who else do we have in the studio today?
We have, my name is Miss Applebottom, and I've
Miss
come all the way from
Applebottom.
London to be here today.
Miss Applebottom from London
Yes.
and Miss Nashville all the way from Nashville.
Oh, wow.
Honey,
That's a very inventive
are you sure you're
name.
not a medium? How did you know
I
that?
just, it was just a guess. But yes, I have been. I have.
Honey, you've got the gift.
I've
You
got a
really
gift.
do.
You're correct. So anyway, so we are here to interpret your dream today. So we have a few from the fans
Yeah.
that Miss Nashville is going to read out now.
Now this first dream is from a client of mine called Raj. He's one of my favorite. He is.
What a lovely name.
He's absolutely lovely. I did his tarot cards for him last week. He's got lots of good things coming his way. Very exciting. You should probably ask him to tell you the lottery numbers because I see big things in his future. Anyway.
Sorry, could you just get on with the dreams? That is
Honey.
what we're here for. And we do have limited time, so if you'd like to just move it on. Thank you, Mrs.
I was getting there,
Nashville.
honey. Okay, so listen up, everybody. Raj, this is his dream, okay? Very short one. He says, I dreamt of meeting a gothic metal band. However, I had to go through a haunted house to get to them. And I woke up just at the moment I was eventually going to meet them.
Oh, that's very interesting. What's your take on that, Miss Applebottom?
Okay.
You just wait your turn, please, Miss Nashville. You've said enough.
Oh, me? Oh,
Yes.
sorry. I thought you was talking to Mrs. Nashville. So to find yourself in a haunted house very much emulates the feeling of the unknown and just a sort of discomfort within your life. So, Raj, you might be feeling that you're battling your inner demons, and to awaken just before you meet the person you went there for means that you're not ready to take the next step in life. So you maybe need to just take a step back and find out what those inner demons are, and you need to face them before taking the step forward in life. I think that would be my best interpretation.
Thank you. What about you, Miss Nashville?
Now, honey, I don't think you're right at all, and I am a professional. But, honey, I think this means that you got to pick up your old socks. You got to get over in your room.
You're a professional.
I am.
And can you explain how you're a
Honey, I was
Right,
explaining before
okay.
you interrupted me.
Please,
It means,
if you
Raj,
can.
that your room's looking a little bit messy. It means things are a little bit disorientated. You're dreaming of metal bands, which means maybe you got a little bit of pent-up aggression. So I say you go, get the Hoover out, get some work done, and, honey, everything will move in your direction.
Okay, so I personally don't think either of them are right, Raj. I think that means that you really wanted to see that metal band, because we all know that Raj loves metal bands, and there was probably something in the way of you getting to see that metal band, whatever band that was. Maybe it was work, maybe it was personal relationships, I don't know. But the fact that you got there in the end means that your dream's coming true, Raj. You're getting to see that metal band.
I would just like to add that I am actually Oxford educated in this subject.
Thanks very much.
So
Now,
I think that,
did
Raj,
also
you
read-
should definitely listen to what
I did
I'm
also
saying.
read that Miss Applebottom dropped out of Oxford, but that's neither here nor there. We're not here to judge. So next
No.
dream, please.
Now, honey, I'd just like to point out I have been very quiet. I have been very agreeable during
Thank
this.
you. If you can keep going. Thanks.
Sorry, okay, I'm going to read you a little bit of this one because this
I'm
one's...
just going to drink my tea while you're talking.
Okay, honey, you drink the tea, I'll spill the tea. Okay. So this is our girl Clover. She says, I had a dream I went to Pride in full drag, but I lost my friends. So I went to find them, but instead I bumped into Cheryl Hole, a very legendary drag queen. And we was just talking about stuff, and it started raining. So we went into a club behind us, but when we walked in, Shrek and Mr. Bean were there, and they were talking smack about us. So
That's
no,
a lot to
honey,
unpack
that is a lot to try and find out.
So what do you think?
Now, I'm going to go with this. Now, Shrek and Mr. Bean are very symbolic animations from your childhood. Now, I think what they represent is the lighter side of you, the comical side that's maybe, it's not getting out there. They were talking bad things about you. I think you maybe feel like you need to get in touch with your sense of humor. Maybe you're thinking people won't understand when you make a joke. But I say, honey, go with it. I say be yourself, be your full, lovely self. Do what you want, say what you want, because, honey, I believe in you.
That was lovely. What about you, Miss Applebottom?
I mean, I think we could both agree to disagree on that.
Oh, of course we would, honey.
That interpretation there. But I would say, if you're saying, you're dreaming of Shrek, for example, Shrek, when I think of Shrek, I see a lot of green. And to me, that represents a lot of jealousy. So it might be that you're actually very jealous of Mr. Bean because he was in your dream as well.
Honey, are you supposed to be a professional? Because I don't think you know what you're talking about.
I'm sorry, could you film me? Did you say she got lost at a festival?
No, she was at Pride, honey.
Oh, she was at Pride. So it sounds like that you are jealous and you were lost somewhere because you haven't found yourself quite yet. I mean, it's actually a very similar story to Raj's. It seems that you're lost somewhere and you need to sort that out before you move forward.
Okay, so I'll just take over this again because I don't know why I invited these two ladies into the studio. They are leading it, you guys astray.
No, I must say we do very much appreciate you having us on.
Thank you.
You are fantastic.
So that's wonderful.
I think you're lucky to have me on, honey, but okay.
Anyway, so I was going to say, Clover, what that means, you're at Pride, and I think that just means that you're just a free spirit. You're happy in your life right now. And meeting Mr. Bean and who was it?
Shrek.
And Shrek. Well, never mind them. I just think
I know what that means. You're thinking about meeting Honor and Leona. Shrek and Mr. Bean.
Wow, so I would just remind you are in my studio and I might have to call security. Anyway, so if we can move on, thank you, Miss Nashville.
Do you want one more?
One more, please, Miss
Right,
Nashville.
honey.
And
I'm going to
keep
tell you a dream I had really quickly because I think this is really important.
Your dream now.
Yeah.
I think there were other people who
No,
wanted
it's a
theirs
sad
done
dream,
first.
so I want you to take.
I think you should maybe have someone else do it first.
I'm going to tell you to interpret my dream. Okay.
Ladies, it really is getting a bit carried away here.
I had a dream I was in Venice, okay? Now, I was enjoying it, and then my childhood friend came over to me, and she said she wanted to tell me a secret, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she didn't tell me her secret, and she left me all alone, and I was lost. And I got this really sad feeling, because I was like, oh, I'm in Venice, and I don't know where I am. And then school was ending, and it was really sad. Now, it doesn't sound sad, but I want you to interpret it because it meant a lot to me.
Okay. So, to dream you're in Venice, when I picture Venice, I see a lot of water. Water can sometimes be a good thing in a dream. Sometimes it means that your energy is flowing well. But could you explain how the water was when you were in Venice?
It was like what it was when we were in Venice. Watery.
So it was watery water.
Yeah.
So it was quite wet.
Yeah.
So you found that it wasn't dry.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say that if it in Venice, it's normally very calm. So I would say that signifies quite a lot of peace. So maybe you're trying to find some peace in your dream. To say that someone had a secret to tell you, and they didn't, usually means, so if you're left sort of hanging in a dream, it's usually that you haven't completed something with that person. So there's sort of an unspoken bond that you maybe had.
She
that
stole
you didn't.
my pen in high school.
Oh, she
never
stole
gave
your
it
pen,
back.
and you never discussed this with her.
No, I know
I'm
she
going to
took
give
it.
you a bit of advice. If that was something that bothered you and left you sad, I would say you should reach out to that friend and discuss about when she took that pen and how
I just
it made
bought
you
a
feel.
new
Okay,
pen.
so Taylor.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean Miss Nashville.
Oh,
Sorry,
yes.
my apologies. I think what that means is Venice is a city of love.
Oh.
So I
she's
think
in
whoever
love
this
with the girl.
no, not in love, just
Oh.
love, and that when she left you hanging, it really hurt your feelings. So that was someone from the past that maybe did it.
Does that mean I'm going to get a boyfriend soon?
Actually, you know what? I think it does.
This is exciting.
I think that means you were closing a chapter and opening a chapter to a hunky man in your
Oh,
life.
yeah.
I would just like to put a little warning out there that sometimes people have dreams and interpret it in a way that makes them feel better about themselves because it's something that they want in their lives, and that's something that you should try and avoid when interpreting your dreams.
So you mean I should avoid getting a boyfriend?
No, you should just avoid trying to make yourself feel better all the time and stop thinking about you and everything's about you and everything's great and all your dreams are having a great. Maybe you do actually have problems in your life that you need to address and actually get over and get on with your life. That's what I'm saying, okay?
Okay,
Oh
so
my goodness.
thank you for coming to this interpreting session.
Thank you for having us.
This was
This has been quite difficult for me.
this was
being
this
here
was Dreamy
with you.
Dreams, and we hope you had fun.
Oh,
Yes,
And thank you so much for joining us, Miss Nashville and Miss Applebottom.
it was a
You
pleasure.
were a pleasure. I won't be having you back, but thank you for coming.
I won't be back because I'm getting arrested. I've interpreted all these dreams wrong, and I've had everybody trying to get themselves boyfriends.
Yes, and please don't take that as legal advice for any part of your life.
Definitely don't.
Yep, definitely not.
Will we finish on just a couple of fan
Yes,
questions? I
so-
don't know how much time we have
We have
left.
some fan questions. We will
Yeah, so we apologise about that
Okay,
absolute...
quickly. So we have a couple of fan questions. Well, we have more, but I'm just going to have to pick a couple because we are running out of time.
Oh, we did
Um,
have a couple. Just quickly, we did have a few more dreams that were sent in to us. Sorry, I didn't get through all of them. We might pick this up another week,
Yeah.
depending on if you like it. Let us know. Was it a lot of nonsense? Let us know.
Okay. This is from Shan, and Shan asked, if you could tell your supporters one thing to inspire them to chase their dreams, what would it be?
Can
Well,
I?
yeah, go first.
I would say don't be afraid about what people think of you. I think that's a big thing that holds people back, is being too scared about what people say or think about
Yeah.
them. You just have to, if you want to do it, go and do it.
Something I would actually add to that is find people and surround yourself with people who support you. Even if that's only one person, that one person will be so important for you when things are difficult, because journeys like that, when it's your dream, when they always have rough patches, always, it's not something to be scared of. Just go for it and find the people who love you and champion you.
Just quickly, I agree with what you both said, and to not care about what people think. Did you say that?
Yeah.
So not just what people think, but what people say as well. You don't have to believe it when someone says, you know, what you're doing isn't good enough, what you're doing isn't fast enough, that you could be better. If you're doing you and that's your goal, then that's absolutely fine, and you don't need other people's opinion to make it valid or not.
Yeah.
Aw. Lana asked, what is your favourite Disney movie? Quick fire, go.
Oh, Aladdin.
Little Mermaid.
Pocahontas.
See,
Oh,
we are all like
Mulan?
we are all like old,
Or
like
Mulan,
old
maybe.
school animated
Yeah.
Disney films. Do you know I've not seen any of the new princess films.
You're
I've
missing
not seen
out.
Frozen.
No, I've not.
I've not seen
Tangled.
Moana.
I've not seen that.
I've
Tangled's
hardly.
so good.
I've not seen Tangled, not seen Moana.
Can I tell you
I've
something
not
really
seen-
sad?
Moana's good.
I read an article the other day. It was talking about Mulan's soundtrack, and it was a new Mulan that came out, and it was a Christina Aguilera soundtrack. And I was listening, and I really liked it. I was like really pleasantly surprised. It felt like old school Disney. And then at the end, it was like, yeah, you know, most people won't like it because it's not marketed to your age group anymore. And I was like, oh my god, Disney, I'm not in your age group anymore.
Anyway,
I
so
don't forget about that.
Country Gig Scotland have asked, other than music, what was your favourite subject at school? Also, which subject did you hate? And any tips for getting through classes that you hate? Actually, that's a really good question for young people. I would say I loved anything arty, so I loved drama. I loved things like history as well. Loved PE. I was a freak.
Weirdly, my favourite subjects were maths or the sciences, so chemistry or biology. And
Those are my
strangely-
hated. Well, I liked biology, but hated maths.
I loved maths, loved chemistry, loved biology. And strangely enough, considering how much I love sport, I would be a professional athlete if I could be. I hated PE. I hated PE as a subject in school. I think it just wasn't. It wasn't like a sport really. It was I think we taught it differently.
Well, I think what was difficult, not really even how PE was taught, it was probably just the environment of, you know, there were like only like 6 or 7 girls in a class, and that meant that, you know, when you were doing team sports, it just wasn't the same. I think that's probably classrooms and everything's probably a difficult subject to sort of teach as well. But I'm going to say that I liked everything. People don't know this, but I was like a super geek in school. We kind of all were, but I was like super nerd. So I loved everything. Like, I was like, I just wanted to learn. I just wanted to learn stuff.
I think a huge part as well, depending on what school you go to or what teachers you have, that has a huge impact on whether you like the subject or not.
And just for tips for getting through classes that you hate, I mean, that's quite a difficult one. For me, it was maths, and I've realised later on, through my younger sister, who was the exact same as me, she has dyscalculia, which...
Dyscalculia.
Which is basically like dyslexia, but with maths, which I'm pretty sure I have, because I struggled through my whole life, even things like telling the time. It's just a weird thing, but I would say I had to learn... Nobody really knew what that was, so it was never... but I had to learn ways around things. But the one thing that I learned is that if you have to trust yourself, and you have to believe that you can do it, because I managed to get through maths, I managed to do it. It was hard work, but I got through it, and I think you have to just believe in yourself. It's the same thing with what we're saying about going for your dreams.
Yeah.
And also, you're not stupid if you can't do a certain subject.
Yeah, I think
you're not stupid. Everyone has different ways of learning.
Yeah. I think that's definitely something people need to know, is that people have different ways of learning, and the one teacher in the classroom who's teaching one way, you don't understand it, it doesn't mean you're stupid.
Yeah.
Most definitely doesn't mean that.
And okay, so last question we'll go for. So we have lots of questions here, and we're just sort of running out of time. So I'll do one more, and then I will carry any unanswered questions on maybe to next week. Do you think? And we can come back to them. So I'll go with Holly asked, "What inspired you all to get involved in the music industry?" P.S. Love you. We love you too.
We love you too.
I would say what inspired... I always just loved music, and I think we're very lucky, talking about the supportive thing, that we come from a family that always encouraged us to really do what we want. I can't imagine if we'd been brought up with a family who said, no, you have to go and do some 9 to 5 and be away from the house. We really I mean, you have to fight against a culture and a society that tells you you have to be doing that. So yeah, definitely I think we're really lucky in that way, and I think it always just felt quite natural for me to do it. Yeah. What about you two?
I find that performing and songwriting was just what I loved doing. I find that this sounds really silly, but the way I listen to music is probably what made me want to be an artist and write music. The way I'm this sounds really kind of sad, but it's like maths. It's like the way all the pieces and everything adds up to make one thing. For me is my brain processes it like that, and I was like, I want to do that. I want to learn how to do that. And it gives me the feels. So I was like, let's do that.
What about you, Lynn?
I would say it, similar to what you were saying, it just sort of came naturally. So I studied dentistry at uni, and then coming to the end of that, we got an opportunity where we could come together and do music, and there wasn't even should we? It was just, okay, let's do it. And it was just, I think growing up we've always been very creative, and we always loved putting on performances. We love singing, we love acting, we love dancing, even though I'm really not very good at it, but it is something that just came very naturally for us.
Yeah. And so really on that note, I would say if we can tell you anything, it would be to really go for what you love. One thing we can absolutely attest to is that it won't be easy, but it will always be worth it in the long run. And when things are hard, just trust yourself, because there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And believe in yourself. You're all talented, unique individuals in your own right, and you will know yourself what you're good at. So go for it. Know that you've got something to offer the world, and we support you, even if there's no one else for you. So we support you. We're sure you have other supporters too.
Thank you very much for listening. You can find the rest of our podcasts on YouTube. We are The Logan's World. You can find us at The Logan's World on Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, and of course YouTube. You can get this podcast
on Spotify. You can get it on Apple Podcasts, just about everywhere you can find the podcast.
And we look forward to seeing you next week.
Yep. And we love you so much.
Lots of love from
The Logans.
Bye.
It's The Logan Show.